Alright everyone, Diabetes the Second here with some Dragon Warrior Randomizer. We've got a race about to kick off here. Let's go ahead and get ourselves squared away. Hopefully everybody's having a good Friday evening. Pretty chilly in my neck of the woods. Chillier last night. Hopefully anybody who wanted to catch the near total lunar eclipse got an opportunity to do so. I was able to take part in a little bit of that. It was very interesting to see. Had a very great view from my right from my apartment, actually. Good view of the western sky, crystal clear, just very cold. So waiting a couple folks to ready up. Once they do, we should be underway. The goal tonight's going to be to put another good race performance together. I think that's been the difficulty lately. It's been putting decent performances consecutively. Had a really good stretch of runs maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago for like a solid, 8-10 races. Just solid performance after solid performance, and then kind of dripped off a little bit. Had a little bit of struggles, and it's oh yeah, good, second place finish, first place finish, and then a seventh place finish, and then a third place finish, and then a fifth place finish, and a sixth place finish, and then a first, and just the inconsistency, lots of mistakes and such. I'm gonna try to avoid some of that. Still waiting on one person to ready themselves up. the tough thing with DWR in terms of consistency. It's like any randomizer. It's every situation is a bit different, and there are certain seeds and seed types that certain people play better, and others that don't fare as well in. I'm not sure exactly what the parameter is for a seed that I particularly struggle in. I think anything with a lot of back and forth, and or a seed that has a lot going on all at once. Both of those can be a little bit problematic for me, but in general, I think I handle both the quote-unquote good or like super jet seeds and the kind of awful, make the best of a terrible situation seeds also, you know, reasonably well. OAG coming in with the host. Appreciate it. Yeah, there is one person that hasn't readied up It seems that they may have joined the race and perhaps got distracted by other things. That's what happens, unfortunately, when these race rooms are open for a long time. The race room was opened over an hour ago. They joined right away, and somebody rolled the seat about 15 minutes ago, and they are MIA. It happens. Not too much, just getting ready for the race here. Fortunately, we do have somebody in here who has admin ability, so they can boot them if necessary. Two minutes. We're giving them until 9:05 local time, so that's about 2 minutes. And yes, you are quite welcome for the shoutouts. Nice RPG tour continuing. All the best 69 RPGs the PlayStation 1 has to offer. Who doesn't love a good Dragoon? How can you be booted from a race where there's only 2 people? Hey Angrel, welcome in. We're having a good Friday night. It's going, it's going. We're dealing with a MIA runner. So they got probably about another 60 seconds before we boot them and go without them. Not being on time. Well, I mean, that's fair. If the race is scheduled, you gotta be there on time. That's what's hard about a lot of these pickup races. I mean, there aren't, you know, time schedules. It's just whenever whoever shows up and whoever's there decides, yeah, let's go for it. I mean, we do a few scheduled races here and there. At least normally we try to have a Sunday night race at around 8 Eastern and Wednesday night at 10 Eastern. So there's usually a tiny bit of plus or minus, but it usually tries to go right about then. So yeah. They got booted from the race, and within 5 seconds rejoined the race. Pasted their checksum in, and hopefully we'll be reading up here momentarily. That's actually pretty funny. Pretty funny. You want to race? Honestly, you know as much about this game as I do at this point. You've been here long enough. You'd probably hop in and finish a seed in 2 hours pretty easy, I think. Me, on the other hand, somehow I've watched a couple dozen seeds of Symphony of the Night Rando, and it would take me like 6 hours and not finish. Alright, everybody's readied up. The countdown timer is on. Let's go. 3, a 2, a 1, a go. Visible spots and arcade layouts? Sort of. Not really. Alright, to start this one, Toad has gold and an herb. No spells. 5, 12, 23, 0. That's a pretty weak strength start. And it's a swamp start on top of it. Let's see how bad it is. We got a really good roll from the gold chest. 750 is almost the max. If we have a town nearby, that would be great. You're not wrong, though. We definitely have the navigation of caves, which if you know them, it's super easy. But if you... Oh, wow. Walked, like, right out of town. I like it. In before Hawksness. Damn it. Yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, I do a lot of dark navigation, but that's not something even a lot of people that race do. Oh, jeez. Go east. Go west, young man. Come on. What a garbage piece of advice. Apparently go east. Find all the towns and caves. Stones of Sunlight on the coal search tile. Wow, everything's super expensive. Flame, half, magic, large, silver. Really? Oh. We got away and we found Cantlin. The town of many shops. And X. Burn all the cash. Perfect amount. Okay. Oh, there's a cave up here too. Staff turn in. Maybe we can go to the other cave to the east. Perfect. Okay, aside from going left first, I mean, this is a good start for us, and there's no reason that we shouldn't have gone left first. It was a shorter walk out of the swamp. Went with fairy water over herbs. It could allow us to take out something slightly bigger. If we encounter anything slightly bigger, of course. Now, if we could only find a scaled metal slime. 15333. $16,215. Yeah, we got a couple of seeds lately that have been A bit of a struggle bus start. Nice crit. Last kind of one light. Yeah, we had a... Was it the last one? I don't remember which seed or race that was, but yeah, we had one recently for sure that... I didn't really need to throw that, I could just attack after that big strength gain at the last level. Where we had like 120 attack power, like enough to do sizable damage to the Dragon Lord. But at the same time, we only had like 40 HP, 50 HP, so it's like, oh, I can, you know, I can 3-shot pretty much anything in the game. Oh, I can only survive 1 hit. Whoops. Yep, that's the nature of the rando for DWR, or for Dragon Warrior, you know? It's like, you don't know what the stats are gonna... Oh, there's a town over there to the west. Is that not what I saw? Pretty sure it is. Yep, there's a town somewhere over there to the west. Realistically, the only thing I would care for is Remolder. Because it has keys. Again, we're only level 4 right now, so I'm not super worried about what my stats are. The extra strength is pretty important. Allows me to fight stuff. I mean, hell, I just one-shot a Poltergeist at level 4. Doesn't happen very often. At least not when you don't have Erdrick Sword or something in the throne room. Or an open and gold grind. Okay. 24,180. And healing. Okay, well, it's not gonna help with the dragon. Yeah, we've got 80 attack power at level 5. This is definitely way, oops, out of the, whatever, off the standard. But this is very similar to that situation we had in that recent race seed. It's like, I'm strong enough to fight mid or late game enemies, but I don't have the survivability to do so. Like here, I can pretty much two-shot this guy, but if he's gonna, you know, hit me for 18 before I get a chance to attack, and then cast Hurt More on me and take most of my HP, it's like, I will have to fight 4 scorpions for the same amount. Didn't even get a chance to act. Oops. Yeah, it's all very seed dependent, you know, it just... Sometimes the game gives you really good enemies, sometimes it doesn't. The problem with really high attack, specifically really high strength, is the run mechanic for enemies in this game is once you are stronger than they are, they can run away. And they have an opportunity to do so every turn, 25%, including before you even have an opportunity to act. If you're not one-shotting them, yeah, they've got pretty much a coin flip opportunity to get away from you each time. Okay, 2, 15, and 1. 15 HP. You love to see it. You don't love to sue it, you want to see it, though. Not sure what to make of that Italian Arthemol. Not sure if decibels or diabetes, but welcome nonetheless. Unless you are a bot, in which case, go away. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully you're having a good Friday night. The name is vaguely familiar, so I think if you've been here before, maybe you've changed your name slightly. The name definitely sounds familiar. Precisely. Who the what, indeed. Why all the slimes all of a sudden? No reason not to cast Heal More here. I'll be perfectly honest, I don't have the best memory for names especially, so... Like I said, I'm pretty sure you've been here before. Maybe your username was slightly different or something, but... Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm pretty sure you've been here before. The name sounded familiar. Hopefully, as I said, you're having a good Friday night or whatever it is in your local time zone as we pick up level 7, 8304, and heal. Alright, so we're gonna pick up some chainmail, we got a dragon scale for a couple more defense, and then 4 herbs. Seems reasonable. $93? That's a pretty long time. I didn't think you were a bot. Like I said, the name sounded familiar. I'm pretty sure you've been here before. Was your name slightly different? Did you change your username? Arthemol I recognize. Italian specifically, I don't remember that portion of it, but I could just be not remembering. Actually, I don't have the cash to stay at the inn. Taking a death would be fine, though, as well. Staff cave there. That's fine. Okay, well there you go. If your username's different, I'm not gonna recognize it. I haven't seen it before. I knew it was familiar sounding. And I was correct. If we get first strike, we have a decent chance to take out a Demon Knight. Not a great chance, but at least possible. Does this go through down to that town, or does it not? It does not. Of course, of course. I mean, that's my fault. I should have healed. Yeah, this is definitely the difficulty of a seed like this. It's just the constant punishment of exploration or trying to fight slightly bigger enemies that will get you where you're going faster. Is it coffee? It is a, I mean, at least in my neck of the woods, it would definitely be a unique name, so it's definitely not one that I have heard a lot or ever. Green Dragon is just a little bit too strong. Yeah. It's a problem. I mean, 35, or what do we have, 55 HP? Yeah. We're probably under 30% to survive 2 attacks. And we're gonna need at least 3 to take one down. Probably still are not favored to do so. Right, level 8. 0021 Ripmore. Alright. Go kill everything. Actually, we could probably check Hawksness. If it's a hurt more friendly enemy, I guess where we're gonna be for like the next not insignificant amount of time. The problem is 19 MP is not very much. And somehow we didn't two-shot a Drill Magi, even though we're, I don't know, 97% chance to one-shot. Yeah, the only terrain that we can't walk over, aside from, you know, obvious things like those big giant gray stone walls, are the mountain tiles, the dark gray ones, and water, of course. Everything else we can walk over. The hill, I call them hills, apparently it's mountains versus craggy mountains, the gray ones. Whatever, hills. Slow you down a little bit. I think there's like a 1 or 2 frame lag when you walk over those, and of course we have the slight delay and damage of walking over. It's a red. With weak fire breath. Good to know. Hey, Splend Shepherd, welcome in. Thanks for the good luck. Hopefully you're having a good Friday night. Yes, the FunPolice. And in fairness, I should just hurt more of the Drill Magi. I only didn't want to going in there because if, for example, it were an Armored Knight, I would like to get both Hurtmores in. But it's not. Can't say that I have. In fact, I've never broken anything, actually. As a fairly risk-averse person that also is not terribly accident-prone, I guess I've been fortunate in that regard. Oh yeah, it absolutely is. I'm not sure exactly what the ultimate inspiration is, but, you know, we are very much the medieval kind of hero warrior type. Slaying dragons and, you know, wearing plate armor and casting magic spells. Probably even more so when you think about the other entries in the series. When you start getting party members that are mages and, you know, better, you know, spellcasters with more fleshed out backstories, court jesters, things like that. Alright, level 9. 607, 19 MP is fantastic. And Sabertooth tires for whatever. You know, it is funny that, well, I mean, none of the enemies are quote-unquote realistic in any sense, right? I mean, a lot of them are, like, based somewhat in mythology to some degree. You know, ghosts and evil spirits and dragons and stuff like that. But, yeah, they did kind of go in a weird place for some enemies in the ensuing series entries. You know, when literally you're fighting, like, Sabertooth Tiger. Or giant crabs. Yep, that's the one. Until we get enough defense to safely traverse the lands, I think sitting here and grinding is the right call. This is a decent enough zone. Demon Knights and Wolf Lords to the east. I'm not sure what else is in the zone over there. Might be also a viable spot. The good thing here is Green Dragons and Drill Magi. The others are kind of meh. One 631. Again, keep in mind, we've seen a town to the west that we haven't gotten a chance to explore yet. First off, because we don't know the direct line path to it. And we've seen a cave to the east that we haven't gone to either. That one, we have a better idea of what our straight line path is, but... You know what? It's probably not necessary to try to save the cash. Half plate is only 6 extra defense points. That's about 3/4 to a 1.5 of damage off our damage rolls. Not super critical. Alternatively, if we save up for something bigger, perhaps. Cole has a large shield. I could buy that. What else is up here? Well, it's more possible now than ever before. There are, I don't think, any permanent settlements on Antarctica, but there's definitely a persistent human presence. Probably wouldn't recommend raising a kid there. And a garbage encounter. That's the staff cave. There should be a cave here down to the southwest. There it is. That's actually a different cave. Has to be, because I can't see the land on the other side. This is Mountain Cave. So there's another cave over here, I think, slightly further to the west. Really? Double really? The dodge, the sleep, the big breath. Oh, the luck. The luck, the luck, the luck. Oh, that's right, the new emote slots. I should probably work on that. Armor Knight with Stop Spell is not great now. It'll be much better later, once we have Erdrick's armor. Curious, there's gotta be another cave here to the west. Yep, there is indeed. Another dark cave, swamp south. Worth checking for the spike tile, I think. Also, level 11. Some agility would be helpful. That's a lot of it. 333, 1, and 9. No spell. Ah. And a golem. So something else that is not hurt more susceptible. Not ideal. That was more agility than we had up to this point through the first 10 levels. So yeah, some. Probably the... well, no, not the top of the map. Thought it was. Town up here. Wreck. No large shield, no half plate. Now that looks pretty definitively like the bottom of the map. And is that the entire second continent? Nice crit. Not necessary, but appreciated. I think that's the entire second continent. That's hilarious. It's so tiny. Ah. No particularly good enemies. Meh. The knights were good, in fairness, but they were also in the swamp. Alright, let's see if we can not get killed by a druid this time. Probably the easiest enemy in here outside from Sleep and Dragonlord Breath. It's the gosh darn sword. Well, we could have had that a while ago. I don't think it would have mattered much. Unless we hero walked it right at level 1. Chest 2 wings, chest 3 gold, death necklace. And a key. Now would be a good time for a druid. Fortunately, you can also run away. Alright, good deal. If you're wondering why I did that, chest glitch. Possible gold grind. Nearby magic armor, silver shield. Both would be highly worth if a gold grind is available. I definitely have done that before, so I wouldn't put it past me. Thou hast found the Harp Knight. Thou hast found the Harp Knight again. There's actually the Silver Harp, believe it or not. That's the token, so that's all 3 quest items. First belt. And a gold grind. Let's go. So, with the finding of the harp and the token, we also found the sword in the mountain cave. That leaves us with Virgic's armor as the only required item left to find. We know where the staff turn-in is, we do not know where the rainbow drop turn-in is, and we do not know where Sharlock is. But other than that, we are ready to go. I agree, seems good indeed. We do have a cave in the basement here. I'm gonna just lay eyes on it. If it's anything other than, like... well, basically if it's the grave, I'm not gonna go down there yet. Anything else, I'll pick up what's there. Stones of Sunlight Cave in the Stones of Sunlight spot with the gold. Wait. Fox, this is the town over here. I want to go east. I do want to go to Hawksness just after I pick up some equipment. Double dodge. Do you have coordinates, old man? You do not. Nothing on the overworld. Finally, we have some good defensive equipment. That's a big plus. Is that ever a question? The answer is always yes. Always nap. Meanwhile, level 12. 9380. I was gonna say I don't care about the spell, but if it's repel, I would care. It's not. I agree, naps are definitely good. Being situational to some degree, but there's pretty much never a bad time for a nap. Rain makes napping even better. Heal. You can actually out-damage that pretty easily. And it's the armor. So we need the Jerk Cave and Sharlock. That's it. Grind and go. It's a good thing I spent all that money on some fancy new armor. I just threw it here in a pile on the ground. Yeah, I mean, realistically, outside of taking kinda too many unnecessary deaths, and not settling for just a simpler, easier grind earlier, I think this has gone about as well as it could. And again, there are so many locations right around the castle, it's impossible to miss them. So I'm not sure how much divergence there's really going to be in a seed like this. It is dodging. level 13. And we are already, like, plenty strong enough. It's just the other stats. 1, 1, 2, 7. I wouldn't call us a glass cannon anymore, but we definitely are a cannon. No question about that. Actually, we did see one metal slime on the second continent. We can we one-shot at 135? I forget if it's 135 or 137. You can start one-shotting metal slimes. Okay. The death refill there. I didn't look to see. Did I learn Repel? I did not. Ideally, I want Repel before I go exploring. I could just buy Fairy Water. But limited inventory space. Especially sitting with the Death Necklace, Stones, Token, Harp, all in the inventory. Risk is we could be Dragon Lord ready at the next level. I think it's unlikely, but possible, stat-wise. But we might not learn Repel until level 16. Meanwhile, on the road to 16, it's 14. 3, 7, 4, 1. Long way to go. Yeah, that's my fault. I looked away and looked at my stats to do some numbers. Or why I didn't think I would get two-shot there. Definitely can. Normally it would be, but when you're already full... See, that's the problem. Maybe that's why I've been slipping and I've kind of plateaued a little bit in my DWR. I've been reading enough war strategy and philosophy monographs. Never played that. It gets just rave reviews, but I've never actually played. I think the only Total War game I played was... Have I played a Total War game? Trying to think. I had Rome Total War back in the day. Which was a lot of fun. I was just very cheeky and manipulative about the way I would play it. Not familiar really with Death Ball. I said my knowledge of video games apparently ends right around... Let's see, when did I stop buying games for the PS2? 2003? I've played like 2 games that have come out since then. That sounds about right, though. I mean, if I think back to when I would play, like, Rome Total War, my favorite thing to do was just to, like, besiege towns, more than it was anything else. Like, yeah, managing the armies and all this other stuff, but honestly, I like just, like, besieging towns and, kind of, like, manipulating the AI and stuff more than anything. 2, 1, 2, 16. No repel. So repel at level 16. Nice crit. How like StarCrafting and ERTS. Gotcha. See, I don't know. It's funny because I mean, in certain ways, there are a lot of games. Like I spent hours in Rome Total War. Ah, bit unlucky there. I mean, like hours and hours. More than I'd probably like to admit. But I don't know. It's funny that something like Tactics, a more turn-based strategy game, just appealed to me a lot more than a more RTS style. Nothing, you know, wrong with that, of course. They're fun too, but not as up my alley, I guess. To some degree, that's why DWR is more of a challenge for me. I think I like it because of the challenge, but going on the fly is definitely not my area of expertise. I'm much more of a ruminator and a thinker and a router. It's kind of why I wish we would do more routed stuff for DWR. We really never have outside of the Super Speedrun. It's really the only routed seed sort of event that we do. And, I mean, I've won that the last 2 years, so there you go. I like having a plan and executing it. When you're doing everything on the fly, it's a little bit more difficult. Hey, Fat Boy, welcome in. Yeah, pretty well. We are grind and go with the exception of finding the Rainbow Drop Turn-In and Sharlock. Very good early strength. Decent grind. Hurt more at level 6, 7? 7, 8. Or no, level 8. The reason I'm not out exploring and looking for the things I need, I don't have repel. And that's what I want. Stats are, we're more than ready on strength. We probably have enough MP to do it right now, but only 84 HP, so I don't think there's any harm in grinding up to level 16 first. It's gonna help do the exploration phase faster and more safely. We've not explored very much of the map, maybe a third of it at most. Probably actually only about a quarter. We've got a lot to explore looking for 2 locations. We have a town to the southwest that we haven't seen, but there's nothing in a town that we need. With the exception possibly of Garenham, because the jerk could be in the back of Garenham, so perhaps I should try to find that town. Unless the town was Brecconary on the second continent. I'd have to look at that again. Jeez. The exact lethal. Thanks, game. Never gets old. But level 16 nonetheless. Gotta go do the staff turn in anyway. 1 0 11 11. Yeah, crit that slime. $95 max HP. Looking about 11 attacks, 10 heal mores. It's definitely possible to win at this level, although if we fight anything along the way, I think that if we run into stuff along the way, we'll just fight it. Alright, there's a cave and a town. The town is Remulder. How are we on keys? We're good. Oops. It's the jerk. Glad I didn't chase down the other town, apparently. But we don't have Sharlock yet. And yes, I absolutely did not leave that slime any kind of a chance. Yeah, who needs repel when you are wearing the skins of your enemies to warn others of the impending doom should you be opposed? I'm also glad I made the decision to grind it out, because running into red dragons everywhere in the overworld would have been unpleasant with low HP. But we need Sherlock ASAP. Alright, it is Gernham. That means that the other town must have been Remolder across the water, which I kind of suspected. So back of Gernham would be what? Tablet Cave? Okay, there's Sherlock. Oh, it could also be the grave. So one of those is the grave, the other's Tablet Cave. Golems with weak fire breath. I don't have to go back home to finish out the grind. I don't want to. Although theoretically I could dive and grind based on what I'm seeing. Hey, Super Boss, welcome in. Yep. Sherlock, where we're just gonna pulverize everything and anything that we see up to level 17. Strictly speaking, again, I don't really need level 17. I think it's definitely doable. But 95 HP is not exactly where I'd want to see things, especially when I have, at most, maybe one extra heal more. Encounters. Yeah, we've got 140 plus attack power, only 95 HP, 75 agility. I'll double check everything here in a minute. And 83 MP, so it's a little thin elsewise. Yeah. Whether or not doing it here is the right call is debatable. Again, Red Dragon's just to the west of home, and Hawksness is pretty easy and fast, but we only needed about a half a level here. And there's a healing town just to the west, so I think this works. Yeah, the 48s aren't super common, but when they happen, they're problematic. That's to be sure. Alright, literally any stats are good. 2, 0, 3, 5. It's minimal, but that actually is another heal more. HP, again, not the safest. But the two enemies that we'd be worried most about, Red Dragons and Armored Knights. Weak Fire Breath and Heal. Stop Spell and Hurt, respectively, so... I think we've got a good shot here. You know, assuming we can run from the things that we should run from. One potential benefit of going home to finish out the grind is I could have stopped in Catlin to buy fairy water. Not for throwing, but for repelling. '87 defense, I think. That's Werewolf, Star Wyvern, Wizard. Not that we've seen any of those yet, but... You know, it's 30% of the enemies possibly here would be repelled. Alright, heading into the bottom zone. I don't think there's anything I don't want to see on the spike tile. Honestly, a golem is probably the worst case. Just because we don't have the flute and they have a high HP, it can hit very hard. Red Dragons are fairly benign, Armored Knights are fairly benign. I don't think we've even seen an Axe Knight or a Blue Dragon this seed. Nice hero walk on the bottom floor. Till the last few steps, of course. Spike Tile's a stone man. I don't have the extra MP for a sleep cast. Wizards have Stop Spell, apparently. Thou art a fool. 26? Really? 26-29 to open the fight? I didn't 3-shot DL2 with 143 attack power, are you crazy? $13. $30. $43. $54. Rolls have been abysmal so far. Nice. $87. $98. $114. $131. $152 is enough. I wasn't expecting to win on that swing. But max roll got it done. DL2 nearly min rolled. I'll take it. Maybe he did min roll. Who knows? Didn't even get to give my little, oh, we're in kill range, not guaranteed to win, but likely or not. GG. DL2's first 5 swings were all under 50%. I wasn't paying attention to the numbers, but I know that I was not in, like, close danger. I was thinking, like, oh, can I squeeze a double out here? It's like, no. Not with 98 max HP. But I was also never in a position where I needed or had to question whether or not to double heal more, because that, I mean, with the rolls that we were getting was almost a non-starter. It turned out that we had to extra heal more somehow, but yeah. It works for me. A win is a win is a win. 114-23. Yeah, our range there was 10 to 21, and we had lots of 11s and 13s. But fortunately, we finished out the fight very well, and DL2 rolled low anyway. So 4-shotting DL1 did not cost us. We have surprisingly little map to show for this one once we get it up here. Second continent was a killer in terms of size. I mean, it was really small, but I mean, it's one of those situations where even if you just count the time that we took to walk across the swamp cave and then walk the loop around, stop in Breckenary, heal and such, and check the shop, I mean, it's probably 3 or 4 minutes. And in a seed that's barely an hour and 15 minutes long, you could have skipped the continent entirely. But yes, fortunately it was very small, and to be perfectly honest with you, I found all the things in exactly the order that I would want to find them. I did very little extraneous exploration in directions that didn't have the things that I wanted. It all just kind of worked out really well for me. I mean, there's a lot of exploration luck involved here, for sure. But I also think I played what the game gave me very well. So, you know, that's that combination of putting yourself in a good position to have good things happen, and then taking advantage of and utilizing the situations as they come as well. Gotta have both. Dragon Lord's US or Japanese story better? US both phases of the same character. Japanese original. Second phase was Draco Lord's pet king dragon. You know, that is an interesting concept that I guess I've vaguely been aware of, but at the same time never really thought about. Because yeah, I've definitely noticed in the remakes and such, they do rephrase it to something more akin to that. Huh. I never really thought about it. Oh gosh, why is this zoomed 4x? Go. I like OAG's comment there. It's like, wow, there's a story? How would you know? You've never talked to any NPCs in this game. You skip all the dialogue and don't talk to anybody. How would you know that there was a story? And you're not wrong. Pretty much in any speedrun or randomizer, you do the least amount of talking to anybody as possible. Right. Same person do translation error. It's like, the story's good, keep it. I mean, honestly, it kind of works. That idea of a multi-phase boss fight, or, you know, a boss that transforms. It's like, oh, he wasn't just an evil person, he was actually like a terrible monster. I mean, it's a little bit of a trope, but I mean, it works. If it's just an enemy that was controlled, it's like, meh. I actually do kind of like the idea of it being himself, just like his evil unleashed, if you will. I do kind of like that idea better, I think. Oh, Streamlabs, why can you not find my camera? Pretty sure it could be who can collect the most curse bells. I mean, you're not wrong. Depending on the seeds in the flag set, that is 100% the goal in the game. Kill an old angry man who may also be his own pet dragon. Thanks for the GGs, by the way, everybody. And Nim as well, who just popped in. First getting me to actually feel a multi-phase final boss. I don't know. It would, you'd really have to be scraping. I mean, I don't know enough about the full library of lots of like Atari, ColecoVision, and Television, Master System, and other games and consoles and things that would have been around at the time. Plus, I mean, Dragon Warrior was pretty early on, or I guess Dragon Quest, pretty early in the timeline, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I'm just trying to get a camera to activate here. Sorry, guys. Wait, it's picked it up finally. Predates Castlevania, May versus September. I mean, in terms of like development and stuff, it's effectively probably concurrent. But yeah, I mean, if it came out first, I mean, again, it would just depend on, you know, other games that would have or could have been released at various times. Alright, I probably could just redraw on the second continent real quick so we could zoom in a little bit on the map more, but whatever, it is what it is. This is what I drew, so that's what you get. So that was my map for this seed. Wasn't sure exactly where we were on the starting continent. I suspected we were toward the bottom, but I wasn't sure entirely because we didn't see a fully flat edge. And it turns out we weren't right at the bottom, but we were fairly close to it. So I started off relatively south-central, as it turned out, with Tanthagil. Our hero had 5 strength, 12 agility, 23 HP, no MP to start. We did have gold and an herb in the treasury. It was a swamp start as well, so we did take the initial save there in the throne room and went outside. Immediately walked to the west because that was a shorter walk out of the swamp, and walked directly into Hawksness. It's like, great. It's a town, and it's the only town where we can't buy stuff. Fantastic. So after taking a death, we reset and walked east this time through more desert and found, or more swamp, and found 2 towns and a cave. 2 caves, in fact. One across water that we couldn't reach, and one up to the north that we eventually were able to check out. First we saw Coal, which had the Stones of Sunlight on the search tile, and not really anything we could afford in terms of equipment, although very good equipment there. And then up in Cantland, we were able to pick up a hand axe, picked up some fairy waters, which we threw at some scorpions and such, and we were well on our way. very big strength gains in the early game. 15 strength at level 2, 16 at level 3, 24 at level 5, so we had 80 attack power or something by around level 5 with our hand axe. I think the only big stumbling point was our HP at that point was still only in the 30s. I don't think we had, well, maybe we had picked up heal more around level 4 or 5. But the temptation with that much attack power is to try to fight bigger, better enemies than just the stuff that you're fighting in zones 1 and 2, especially since those things can run away. And I definitely took several deaths to Droll Magi and some other things that probably did put me behind a little bit. But, you know, it went well in the end. So we spent a little bit of time just here to the northwest once we picked up Hurtmore at level 8 in a zone here that had Droll Magi and Green Dragon. So that was a pretty good grind for us. We picked up a couple levels until we got some more MP. Pretty helpful. We'd also seen a town across the water here, and we'd seen this cave across the water here. We first saw the staff cave and looped around. We saw a cave and realized that's not the same one because I can't see the towns across the water. So it was actually 2 caves next to each other. At first, we tried to go through mountain and died very annoyingly to a Druin Dodge Sleep Dragonlord Breath. Second time through, checked out the second cave first, found it was Swamp South. Went to the second continent, which was very tiny, and this town here is actually Breckenary. So Breckenary didn't have anything for us, it was just a quick loop around and then back home. Fully cleared Mountain Cave. We did find the Death Necklace there, and probably the key, unintended, key find, Chest 5 had a magic key. We never found Remulder until much, much later in the seed, so that was our key access. It allowed us to go back home after a Death Warp. We were able to do a gold grind out of the treasury. The Erdrick's Token and Silver Harp were both in the treasury as well, so that's all 3 quest items acquired. We already had the Staff Cave on our map, so we knew where that was. That left just the armor, and finding the Jerk and Sharlock left on the agenda. Went over to Cantlin to pick up our gold grinded up equipment, since we already had... Oh yeah, we also picked up Erdrick's Sword in the Mountain Cave, forgot to mention that. Erdrick's Sword was in the top chest, Death Necklace was downstairs. So we picked up our Magic Armor Silver Shield, no coordinates. Immediately went over to Hawksness, which had a red dragon, killed that, and found Erdrick's Armor, so replacing our Magic Armor. And from there, it's grind and go with some limited exploration that's required still. My approach to that was, I don't have Repel, my stats aren't the best outside of Strength. Red Dragons are pretty fightable, even though my HP's not the best. They have Weak Breath, they have Heal. I can out-damage their healing spell, let's just fight through them and grind. And it turned out I went all the way to level 16 doing that, because Repel came at level 16. And even level 16 was a bit borderline on stats, only 95 max HP, only 10 heal mores. Again, doable in the strict sense, but even one burned heal more on the way down, or one double heal more needed during battle, you're in a tough situation. But we took that opportunity to go and explore. We went north past the Staff Cave, and eventually we looped around and we did find Remulder and the Jerk Cave. So we did our turn-in, and then we just continued to explore. We found some dead ends to the west, so we went east, and we just happened to go the right direction. Found Garenham, which is a good jumping off point, and then Sharlock just to the east of that. Picked up the remainder of level 17 on the top of Sharlock. We only need about half or 2/3 of a level, so instead of going all the way back home and walking all the way back up, we just decided to get it here. Never checked the back of Garenham, so we don't know what the 3 chests there or the cave was. We also saw another cave behind Sharlock, so one of those was Tablet, the other was Grave. So we got to skip a bunch, which is also kind of nice. And yeah, dive was fairly uneventful. We got a little bit unlucky with DL1. We somehow 4-shot it with 143 attack power. Our range on DL1, looking at the numbers, is 26 to 52, and he can have as little as 75 HP, and somehow we didn't kill him despite averaging almost 40 per swing. I'm not sure how, but we did. We had to burn heal more in phase 1 of the fight, but phase 2 went well enough. Our damage rolls weren't great. His damage rolls weren't great, though. We never were in danger from having to double heal more or having to take risky swings. And he rolled very low on his HP. We did, I think, 152 and killed DL2. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Things I will say, as I mentioned, I think taking a few too many deaths early on with the high strength and low agility, low defense, low HP probably cost a little bit of time. But outside of that, I think pretty much everything else went about as well as could be expected. We got to skip the grave, the tablet cave, the back of Garenham. We really didn't do a whole lot of unneeded exploration this entire northwest portion of the map. Southeast portion of the map we got to skip almost entirely. We did take an unlucky death in Mountain Cave. We never had to cross to see the second continent, so there's more potential time save. But yeah, I mean, honestly, things went about as well as could be. Very happy with this performance. Turns out it was about a 4-minute win. Angel finished in second at 118. EMP at 119 in third place. Nescard at 121 in fourth. BLK at 122 in fifth. And I think we're all very clustered for one mostly obvious reason. All the things were located in a very tight area. You know, Cole with one of the quest items, Catelyn with the best equipment available, the staff turn-in was right here, Mountain Cave with the sword and key access, the castle had the other remaining 2 quest items, Hawksness had the armor. The only 2 things that you had to go anywhere to find was the Jerk and Sherlock. Everything else was contained, like, within 30 tiles of home.